And so today we got information about the Brave Fest banner. In this case, another chance to get the 7th anniversary version of Ichigo, this time guaranteed on step 20. Now this was data mined a few days ago, so we knew this was coming out eventually. In this case, it does appear to release tomorrow. And for those that are also wondering about 1000 Year Blood War round 16, as that was also data mined to be coming out sometime soon, that's probably going to get announced on the 25th. But as of right now, we still don't know the exact date and we still don't know the exact fillers. So for those that are eagerly waiting for that, looks like we have to wait a few more days. With that said, as always, we're here to break down the banner, more so give you lads a warning before you maybe decide to summon on this. Now, personally, I do want to say right from the get-go, I love Brave Fest banners. The idea of them are great. It's the only banner that guarantees you a character for certain, in this case, Ichigo on step 20. But the overall idea of how the banner is laid out is actually really good. These are the only 9 characters in the banner. The actual featured character has a higher individual rate compared to the other fillers. And again, you're guaranteed the character on step 20. This is how every banner should be structured in my opinion. Unfortunately not though. With that said, keep in mind this banner is out tomorrow, literally 2 months to the day. We are going to be getting the 8th anniversary, and that will also have Ichigo and Uryu featured in that particular banner. So very similar to what I mentioned in the Uryu video when he had his Brave Fest basically a month ago, is that this is a good banner to get your hands on the Ichigo or Uryu, in this case Ichigo, but do understand the character will be back on the 8th anniversary alongside the 8th anniversary character or characters, and personally, while he won't be guaranteed there, I'd rather take the chance, test my luck, while going for the 8th anniversary character or characters, which are probably going to be some of the best, most exciting characters of the entire year, while also trying to get my hands on this Ichigo and of course also Uryu. So this I do think is a pretty decent banner. I do think it is bait, however, because again, the character is going to come back on the 8th anniversary. That's not 100% confirmed, but it has been a trend for the last 2 or so years, is that the past anniversary characters are featured on the anniversary. In addition to that though, since the banner itself is going to be here until the 2nd of June, that does of course mean the banner will be out while the end of month banner is announced. That's happening on the Friday, 26th of May, but it will also be out at the end of the month, so you have a chance to summon on the end of month banner, and then maybe if you get super lucky, you can go in on this banner. So even if you are tempted to summon, I would still just recommend waiting a couple days to see what end of month is going to be before deciding to summon on this. If you don't care about end of month and you want to eagerly spend your orbs on a banner like this, then you'd be able to do it once the end of month banner is announced. So even if you are tempted, I would still recommend just to wait a few more days. There's no harm in waiting. And I guess it's worth mentioning, this banner should be coming out sometime soon. We have officially hit 75 million downloads. This is a 75 million download banner, and I wouldn't summon on it. I shouldn't even mention it, but I thought I'd just throw it out there. Now, with that said, having a look at the actual banner itself, I do like it. There is some good value to be had here. Only features premium characters, so if you don't like that, then maybe this banner isn't for you. But I think it's better than Uryu's banner. There's definitely a lot of value to be had here, so let's go over it. So first up, of course, the main reason why you would be summoning on this banner is, of course, 7th anniversary Ichigo. A great character. Really high damage output with his Frenzy +1, 40% Berserker, and also when you do inflict a statusman, an 80% stat boost to your Spiritual Pressure stat. With the fact he has a Tracking Vortex, and every 5 seconds he has a 12% chance on any given enemy that is on the map to paralyze and also weaken them. It's a great set of stat elements. It allows him to trap the enemies in place while also doing 50% more damage. With 2 killers, that being Soriba and Aaroniero, he has a lot of usage. In the mind attribute, he is one of the better mind characters in the game, still debatable the best mind character, mainly due to his usage also in guild quests. Since he does have weakening on his soul bomb with the SP boost, and also bombardment allowing his soul bomb to hit 8 times, that allows him to be a very hard-hitting soul bomb nuker that can essentially be used in 4 weeks of guild quests. That would mostly require you to have dupes to the character, but since he is premium based, since you can get him from tickets, you can get him here, he'll be on the 8th anniversary, there's a good chance you'll get this character duped out over time, and that overall increases his usage again in the guild quest game modes. He has a lot going for him, but he does have one big negative, and I'm sure people are tired of hearing about it. It's of course his strong attack 1. It's not a good strong attack. To me, it kind of ruins his momentum. I don't like it. Depending on the type of player you are, it might be game ruining, but regardless of that bad SA1, he still has a lot of great things about him, more positive than negatives, I will say. He's a great character and definitely worth having. As for the other characters, Momo is mainly going to be a super link slot / link slot farmer. She is an attack based character, prioritizing damage on her normal attacks, and in her case her damage output is pretty decent. Flurry +1, 60% bruiser, with a boost SA2, providing your entire team with a 33% attack, focus and defense increase. This can be really good for epic raid content, co-op content where she's designed to be used, like IT for example, since you are playing with other players. and also guild quests where she can be used in the ranged no affiliation guild quests. Personally, to me, I don't actually like playing with her, especially in IT where she is designed to be used since she does increase the amount of super links or potion you can get, but she does make for a character that's great to be carried. Since she is a ranged NAD character, she can keep herself alive if the main carry is doing enough damage, but they're also boosting the character's stats, allowing the carry to do more damage and therefore clear faster. I would never do a full Momo lobby, because personally I don't like using NAD characters in co-op content, but the most important thing to take away from this is that she does have good value since she is a super linked character. Mayuri could be debatable an underrated character. In his case, he's very similar to Ichigo in the sense that he's a mind character that wants to inflict stat ailments because when he does, he gets an SP boost, and every 5 seconds, he has a 12% chance per enemy to inflict a stat ailment. In his case, poison and also paralysis. With Frenzy +1, a 40% berserker, and also more damage when you're at full stamina, he has a pretty good damage output, as well as a good strong attack here. It's also really cool fan service for the fact that it is Bankai Mayuri, and his subbum does replicate the first ever reveal of a Bankai, but having said that, he does get negative points in my opinion, for the fact that he does have an Espada killer, which really isn't that useful in normal co-op content, for example. I would have much preferred if he just had a rank killer, but it does allow him to be used in the Espada Guild Quest Week, the midi one in particular, as a good main or a side character. Kaname is mainly designed to only be used in guild quests, more specifically the midi or rank guild quests, where he can do quite a bit of damage. That's realistically the only place you are going to use him, but he can do a lot of damage, so if you are looking for a good NAD character to use in the sides, if you are struggling in the midi or rank guild quest, Kaname is a good character to pick up. Orihime isn't a bad character. She in a way has a lot going for her, mainly a damage output. She's a high berserker, Frenzy +1, and a lot of damage when she is at full stamina. 30% of that coming from her soul trait, which is really good. You can give it to other main characters like the Mayuri and also Ichigo featured in this banner, allowing them to potentially nuke harder, for example, but it also allows her to do quite a bit of damage, which she can easily keep since she does have a charged strong attack 3 that can actually heal her. The only bad thing about it is the Quincy killer. Very rarely do you go against Quincy enemies, and she also doesn't affect any stat ailments, so even when there are Quincy enemies in IT, for example, Inheritance Trials, she wouldn't really be the most ideal character. For majority of the players, the most usage you're going to get out of her is the fact that she is a 30% full stamina damage soul trait. She's still a good character though, but if you're not a big Orihime fan, the soul trait is the big aspect about her. Same can also be said for this Toshoro, quite a mediocre character all things considered, but he does increase the amount of mind droplets you get by 30%. That's a soul trait, so you can use it to give other characters more droplets. Nugget is a farming character, increasing the amount of crystals, jewels, and coins you can get, all of which is a good character to have in your team when you're just farming point events, for example. Findor is a ranged NAD character, does have guard break, not really the highest damage output, but he is a 20 DR link, and I think that's where you're mostly going to get the usage out of him. And then Rama, still a really good character, aged really well here. In his case, he's once more a ranged normal attack damage character, really high damage output, and what's great about him is that he's designed to be used in guild quests, can be used outside of guild quests, keep in mind, but you do want to use him in the ranged Espada guild quest, which is one of the more tougher guild quests out there because there isn't that many characters, but he himself can do quite a lot of damage, and usually he just carries you throughout the entire quest, assuming you can keep him alive. Using a vortex character to keep him safe, keep the enemy in place, will allow him to basically get you throughout the quest. He's one of the best damage dealers for that week, which traditionally is some of the more tougher weeks for many people out there, so a great character still to pick up despite being a premium Rama. As for the banner itself, again, it does work a tad bit different compared to normal banners. In this case, step 1 and 2 will be discounted, but that's the only discounted steps. Usually steps 6, 7, 11, 12, 16, 17 are discounted, but in this case, they're not. Ichigo has a 0.7% pull rate, which is higher than normal banners, and he does have a higher individual rate when compared to the other characters in the banner. In this case, these 8 characters, as they all share a 0.3% pull rate. But I guess the main thing to take away here is that if you do get a 5-star, it is guaranteed to be one of these 9 characters. There's no other pull rate here, it's only these 9. Of course, every 5th step, you're guaranteed a 5-star character, and on the 20th step, you're guaranteed Ichigo. Overall, Brave Fest banners are good. I like the whole format of it. Ichigo's a great character, and it has some good value here. But again, considering how close it is to the anniversary, I would just recommend saving for the anniversary and trying to get Ichigo over there while going for the 8th anniversary characters, who are going to be some of the better and most hyped characters in the game. So going in on a banner like this right now, I just don't think it's really the greatest thing to do. But again, everyone's account is different. Maybe you really want every character in this banner, and maybe it might be worth it. Of course, doing the discounts is never a bad thing to do. There's only 2 discounted steps in this particular banner. And at least to me, from personal experience as someone that has pulled on Brave Fest multiple times, usually given the rates, you do actually get the character multiple times while going to step 20. So this in a way is also a good balance that almost guarantee you to 5-5 Ichigo if you're lucky. But remember, RNG is RNG at the end of the day. My experience is going to be vastly different from other people's. You very well could do 20 steps and only get one Ichigo, which is bad. But again, it's also good that you are guaranteed him. So if you decide to somehow spend 5,000 orbs, you are at the very least knowing what you are going to get, and that is a guaranteed Ichigo. I've said what I have to say though. In the comments below, let me know if you are actually summoning on this. I am quite curious. For me, I'm not even going to do the discounts, because I know, and I plan to spend a lot of orbs on the 8th anniversary. I'm probably going to get him there. I'm probably going to get him multiple times. The 8th anniversary is literally 2 months away to the date on the 23rd of July. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are summoning, good luck, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and peace.